Legend of Total War here, and today we've got a saving and disaster battle playing as the Cult of Sotek going up against Skulltaker, where Skulltaker's bringing in a superior army to ours, but we do outnumber him by a little bit. Skulltaker is significantly higher level, and he's got some very dangerous heroes in here, including Scar Bloodwrath. His infantry, the Exalted Bloodletters of Khorne, they're anti-infantry, whereas our guys are anti-armor. They don't really wear a whole lot of armor, so a lot of that goes to waste. What we could really benefit from here is magical attacks, which we don't have, or anti-infantry, which we don't have. If we have a look at the battle difficulty, it was on very hard with minimal AI cheats. I'm going to bump that up. And let's jump in here, because there's not much else we can do. Seems like it's already withdrawn from the battlefield once. Okay, now let's read out the email. So he says, "Hello Legend, I'm playing as the Cult of Sotek and I'm fighting against Skulltaker. My first attempt at his campaign ended quite fast because I killed all the Skaven before unlocking the second stage of his sacrifice mechanics." Really? All of the Skaven? Maybe you meant all the Skaven in Lustria? I don't know. There's no way all the Skaven died by that point, but anyway. So I tried again and went north to deal with Rakarth first, and noticed Skulltaker's capital was undefended, so I took it. After pushing a little further into his territory, Skulltaker's army came out of nowhere and attacked me. I tried to retreat, but he chased after me. I fought this battle 3 times and got very close once, where only half HP Skulltaker remained, but my army had been routed and I didn't have enough balance of power left to army loss him. Only Tehenowin and my Skink Chief and 2 Chameleon Skinks remained. I hope you can win this one for me. Alright. So a few things to note on this one here, in terms of your strategy that you were doing. Taking Skulltaker's capital was undefended. Typically speaking, if they've got more than one settlement, they're not going to leave armies sitting inside of a city. Capturing any given Khorne city doesn't fucking matter to them whatsoever. What you really want to be doing is catching his army when it's got its pants down. And also, the whole Skulltaker came out of nowhere. Do you mean he like came out of the fog of war because you didn't scout ahead? Because he had to come out of somewhere. So I don't know. Just question that a little bit, that's all. But anyway, I'll do my best and try and deal with it. So here's my plan. I reckon our army sucks against his, but we can use abilities that'll work quite well. So I want to keep my units that are not good in melee out of the way just for now. And with the this guy here, yeah, you can stay with us. These ones, I want them to get into a square, completely out in the open. I'm not going to hug a corner or anything like that, just completely out in the open. The reason for not corner camping is, for one thing, there's trees everywhere. I don't want them hidden. If we go stand over here, if they charge into us, they can actually knock us down there and die from like fall damage. But the main reason why I want to stay out in the open like this, actually, I want to be more squared. It's a bit too rectangle. It doesn't really matter too much. Is because I want them to surround me. I've got a bit of an idea on how to deal with his army, to try to army loss Skulltaker as early as possible. But basically this. Skinks don't have a huge amount of leadership. If the enemy completely surround us and charge into us, they'll try to really push in. Now, once all of our units are broken, it actually makes it really difficult for them to run us down. And so they end up basically in a really tight blob trying to run down units that they can't quite hit. And then we use Jungle Swarm to just fucking annihilate them. And also with Flock of Doom as well. However, it would be great if we could keep Skulltaker out of this, because he is too bloody strong, basically. But we'll see how we go. If I get him to chase after this one, that'd be great. Alright, make sure they're all not firing at will. Yep. Okay, move that one over there just a bit. Alright, so Skulltaker is over here. Let's go over to him, land near him, and see if we can get him to chase after this Skink Chief. Because he's the only one that's going to be able to catch him, even if he's on the ground. But let's just see how we go. Don't fire at will just yet. Don't want to waste my ammo on trash. But yes, getting flanked in this game is not always a death sentence. It depends on your abilities, what you've got at your disposal. Okay, so let's firstly start with shooting Skulltaker a bit. I don't want to land and then have these Blood Reapers chase after me. I don't care if they go to there. So let them keep moving. I'll just deal with Skull Taker. Alright, let's land near him and see if he chases after us. Okay, we got his attention. Go, go, go. We're probably going to hit us once. Is he? Yeah. That's okay, that's okay. Get up. Okay, that's it. At least we've drawn him away from the rest of his army. That's good. I want to land again, but maybe a little bit further away from him. And just keep drawing him away from our main force. Hopefully I can get up in the sky a bit quicker. Alright, you can go and fight that. That should be fine, because he's actually got a fair bit of anti-large. That's it, draw him away. Keep him out of this fight while we deal with all of this. Okay, another thing we can do is actually overcast Whistlin's Wild Form for extra damage output. Yeah, that's working for me. Don't use this just yet, because if you pop it down on them while they're still mobile, well then they're just going to dodge it. We need to wait until they're actually in melee. Good. Keep this guy a fair bit. Good, 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 good. Just wait for it. You need to get over here. Okay, now's a good time I think for that. Right on them. Now this ability stacks with Jungle Swarm. That's good. Good, looks like this one here is already getting fucked up. Alright, there we go. Flock of Doom. Hit as many units as possible. Just keep Skull Taker away. That's working out fantastically well for us there. A bit more of this. Got a potion of healing with Tahanowin, so that's really good. None of our guys are... We're not even really taking that much damage. I definitely increased the AI cheats, didn't I? Yeah, difficulty modifier 8. Like I said, you don't need to worry too much about getting surrounded sometimes. Okay, no. Get in. Shit, get up. You got too close. Okay, good. Okay, he's so far away from the fight over here. Still got to wait a little while before that's going to come down again. Alright, so hang on, you gotta go back over there. Keep Skull Taker busy. He's got a potion of healing as well, he hasn't used it yet. Scarred Blood Wrath is in there. Alright, now, I don't think he'll heal completely. Okay, I've got to get back on the ground again. Good, Skull Taker's getting a little bit tired. Good. Get his attention. Good. Good. We don't want him to come over here. Right, here's Scar. Go get him. Did we take out both Blood Reapers? I think we did. God damn. Also, Kroxigor staying near Skinks gives them fear, which means that they're not as affected by the enemy's fear. Well, they won't get affected by it at all. So, having just one Kroxigor in amongst them works out really well, I think. Okay, he's used up his potion of healing. Looks like they're kind of going looking for us a little bit. Back down as well. So this one, decent amount of damage. Okay, get up in the air before he gets you. Oh my god. Good stuff. Bouncer power's looking good for us. Alright, keep Flock of Dooming them. Good. Scar's getting fucked up. And look at this, I may not even need to use these guys. I was saving them for like backup. I kind of expected to get wrecked over here and then have to bring them in. Well, let's bring them in now. I don't want to bring in the Salamander hunting packs, so I don't think they're going to do great in this situation here. Yeah, try to wound him, if you would, so that way no experience will be gained for him. Oh, no, we didn't take out the other Blood Reaper. It's just looking for us, that's all. So, we're not going to kill Skull Taker with our ammunition, but I can't think of a better unit to shoot than him. Alright, well, the blob is over. Alright, I want to take you, and you over here. Go and fight them. These guys go in this direction here. Still haven't inflicted the army losses, but that's okay. Alright, so bringing control group 3 in. I'll bring control group 4 over here, but I'd rather not use them. Okay, they should have no trouble handling that. Orders of Corn, that's fine. So best case scenario for us is if Skulltaker gets army lost. So we want to try and take out as much... Oh shit, that unit. Those ones weren't gone yet. Crap. We're not going to outrun that. We're going to get in here. Yeah, the fact that I was searching for us actually worked out pretty well. Okay, they're anti-infantry, so I don't do that much. Okay, I need to do this again. Damage output there. I shouldn't have put them in over here. Right, pop this down in front of them. Alright, here we go. We're going to have to start shooting at Skulltaker. Let's see how well that does. It's got this stupid rock, might as well use it. It's doing a tiny bit of damage to him, but every little bit counts. Hopefully we get the army losses on him soon. This down might as well. Oh! I think we army lost him. Nice! Good. With him having not inflicted any kills, that's great. Any chance that we could get rid of these blood beasts? Okay, it's... Okay, there we go. That's good. Alright, he's gonna get a couple of kills on us. I don't think we're gonna be able to kill any of them. Maybe if you go into melee and catch him. He's getting a couple of kills, but it's not gonna be a hell of a lot. I reckon this plan worked out fantastically well. Because our army's in pretty good shape. But yeah, whenever there's like a really dangerous character that is likely to dish out shitloads of damage to you, the best thing you can do, I think, is just either kill them really quickly, and if that's not an option, lure them away. And if that's not an option, well then fuck, you can't do anything about it. Alright, we killed one of them. Alright. Hopefully he doesn't reforge himself, that would suck. If he got experience for this battle, although he's already very high level. I don't think we're going to catch them. No. Close victory. I don't really think it was that close, to be honest. But pretty happy with the results on that one. The plan just worked out very nicely. I thought that our forces would rout, but they didn't. They've got a lot of experience, that's probably why. And also, Skulltaker didn't come over here. If he did, he would have killed them super bloody quickly. Also, he has the Wrath of Khorne, so it would have been difficult for Tehenowyn to cast spells. Plus, he would have been hitting on the single entities. And killing them before I could use their abilities. Apart from, this guy didn't have any abilities worth it, but talk about this one. So that one did a decent amount of damage, because they would have spell resistance against it. Quite a few units did reforge, though. Ooh. And you're taking corruption damage, so that's not good. So I imagine that maybe he was in encamp stance over here, and then got attacked, took him out of encamp stance. And now you're going to take attrition. Alright, so let's have a look here. Alright, so no recovery over this turn, that sucks. But at least this Skulltaker didn't reforge. This one here did, unfortunately. Why don't I have any movement? 49 move points, what the fuck? Oh, okay, Legacy of Blood. So, campaign movement range minus 33% for enemy army starting in their turn in this region.
You tempt my wrath.
But that's at Quitax. In the region, not the province. Is it possible that he actually started here? He was here in encamp stance and then got hit over. Because it's not a Hualalotl. That's not reducing our campaign movement range. This is the only thing I can think of that's doing it. And it says 33%, but we've lost 50% of our move points. 51%, so he's not blocked. We'd see it down here if his army had been blocked. And he doesn't even have enough move points to get into to encamp stance. Yeah, he's one move point away from it. And unfortunately, there's nothing here to get anymore. I usually go down this one here, but that's fine. Both are fine. There's nothing wrong with either of them. Yeah, I can't see any way for you to get into encamp stance here. Some stuff. No. Yeah, I don't know. So if you move over here, you're in a position where you might be able to repel them, but you're going to take additional attrition. But you can't catch this one. Plus they're recruiting here. If you go back over here, you're not going to get that much replenishment anyway. Well, apart from the Skink Chief providing a bit of extra replenishment to compensate for the bad climate. But it's going to get a chance to recover. Yeah, just caught between a rock and a hard place there. Let me just see if there's anything in here that could be useful to you. Yeah. If you had done that prior to the battle, these guys here wouldn't be... Oh no, they're in friendly territory, so it doesn't matter. What about in here? Is there anything that could be useful? I don't think so. No, there's nothing here that's going to give you even a smidge of campaign movement range. I don't think the movement bug will work either. So yeah, that sucks. It's just... You just can't progress. Basically, you really should have stood and fought on the first one. I don't know if you're in encamp stance or whatever, but it could have put you closer to here, so you might have been able to make it. But you know, you backed off and then they attacked you again. It is what it is. These things happen. But yeah, unfortunately, I don't see any particularly good moves for you. The heroes aren't the ones that have stripped movements. It's Tehinowen. So yeah, I don't know how you're going to be able to push forward here. It's just a big risk doing that. Because yeah, none of this here is going to resist the attrition. Yeah. So yeah, the choice is basically go forward and risk it for the biscuit, which seems pretty risky because this one's recruiting and who knows how many units it's going to get. Or go back over here, giving them a chance to recover another full stack, but you'll have at least a chance to recover. At least you gain some experience from all of it so that your fighters will be a little bit better, although you're also suffering from loss of winds of magic. The longer you stay in this area, the worse it is. And we probably stripped a fair bit away of their corruption from winning the battle, but they've just got so much stuff that's causing corruption that it's they're just getting it back up again straight away. If we have a look at Skull Taker, he's at war with a fair few people, so you could maybe count on other people coming in and assisting you. Maybe. The thing is, you do all the hard work, well I do the hard work, and then somebody else takes all the territory. But yeah, I don't see any good options here for you at all. You just got fucked by this campaign movement range being stripped from you, and then not being able to go into encamp stance. One extra move point, and you would have been able to do it. You would have had to stay still, but it's better than not progressing at all, but it is what it is. Anyway, guys, I feel like my job here is done. I'll put the battle difficulty back to where it was, which was 2%. I think it was one more over. Nope. I think it was on that one. I'm not entirely sure. You could just adjust it wherever he wants. And save it there for him because it wasn't a legendary difficulty. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. Big thing to take away from this is that sometimes, like a traditional sort of tactic, like don't get surrounded, is not really... Like, Warhammer is wonky in terms of how leadership works and how flanking works and how blobbing works, and also because of how abilities work as well. The more units that you can cram into one area, if you've got area of effect abilities and they don't, sometimes it's actually really beneficial to get yourself surrounded, because in the past I would like corner camp so I couldn't get surrounded, but I think getting surrounded actually made that easier because they wouldn't have blobbed up quite as hard, and when they did come in at all around us, I mean, they weren't doing any serious damage to us anyway. So I don't know. Anyway guys, that's the end of this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Appreciate you, and we'll see you next time. Later guys.